What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your girl Angie Fox in the house. How y'all doing? It is a beautiful day today, evening rather than day. And I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit. Okay, if y'all don't mind spending a few minutes with me. As you all know, I spoke with you all on prior um, videos introducing or preparing you for the upcoming Angie Fox show, right? And we are soon to be setting a launch date. So it's coming real soon. The event that we were talking about, waiting for the event to take place, took place on yesterday, and it was awesome. So we are now in place to be able to launch the Angie Fox show. Yeah. No, it's not about Angie Fox, but it is Angie Fox that's doing the talking. So as Angie Fox, a visionary, that sounds crazy. You keep saying Angie Fox in it, and about Angie Fox, and as Angie Fox. Anyhow, as a visionary of the Angie Fox show, um, I wanted to stress that we will be talking about overcoming, overcoming, simply overcoming. You know, my story is, and I'm not ashamed to tell it, I tell it everywhere I go. I've overcome uh, being severely depressed, diagnosed as manic depressed. I've overcome actually ending my life, committing suicide. And I walked right into my deliverance, total deliverance. And now I'm in the season of life after suicide. Yeah, I am living life after suicide. There is such a thing. I know you say it's not, but it is. And I'm going to say this because someone may be dealing with suicide right now. Suicide is just death at your own hands. You don't believe me? Okay. Have you ever felt sadness, extreme sadness, so much so that you didn't have the energy or the wherewithal to even function? Do you find yourself in a place of despair and even anger sometimes? Um, a sadness that you can't seem to shake. Have you ever felt undefeated? No, not undefeated, defeated. I'm undefeated. But have you ever been in a place where you just feel defeated, deflated, lifeless, helpless, hopeless, a place of despair? Yeah. Many times we go through life and we enter into those places. I know I did. And many of you may have also. But when you find yourself residing there, when you find yourself, as my pastor say, pitching a tent and staying there, your mindset becomes one that indicates those feelings, that deep sadness, that despair, that defeatedness, that hurt, and that pain. You stay in that place of anxiety, of depression. And when you're there, when you're living there, I might as well be honest with you, there's not life there, only death. So you say, well, I've never committed suicide. You may have committed spiritual suicide. If you're dead spiritually, no life. You don't speak life into your circumstances. You don't see life in your circumstances. Only darkness, only doom, only death. You're spiritually dead. There's no awakening. There's no, yes, Lord. There's no, okay, God, I'll do what you say do. There's no joy, no peace. All those things that God is. The love, the unconditional love, none of that exists where there's despair and destruction and depression. I know from experience. Some of you may not experience physical death, but you've experienced or even may be experiencing mental and emotional death. That's a hard place to be in, right? So to say that you've never committed suicide, if you think back over your life, or even if you're in that place right now, then you can say with me, there is life after suicide, because I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, every one of you, if you've ever lived there, if you're living there now. I want you to know that there's a life of joy, a life of peace, a life of hope, a life of happiness. You think I'm playing? There's a life of happiness for you after suicide. You just have to learn how to live again. You have to learn how to want to live again. That's what the Angie Fox show is about. There was an exercise that I engaged in a few years ago. And what we did, we took mirrors, pieces of mirrors, just glass, mirror glass, and we painted it all different colors, right? Made lines of different colors, like a rainbow colors. Had a piece about that big, and we painted it different colors. And then took a marker, or a what do you call those markers, those permanent markers, and wrote all the negative names and things that the enemy had convinced me that I was: ugly, skinny, unlovable, unwanted. Nobody cares. God doesn't want you. You're not worthy. Everything, down to the smallest thing. You're too skinny. Really? Skinny? That's what you got? Everything. And wrote it down all across the mirror. Then took a towel and put the mirror in a towel and crushed it with a hammer, shattered it into little pieces, all broken, shattered pieces of glass. And then we took this canvas, small tabletop canvas, and painted it our favorite color. At that time, my favorite color was orange. I loved orange for a long time. And then we took those broken pieces of glass that were all inside the towel, and we began to glue them on the canvas. My finished product is this, the cross. And what that symbolized to me is that Jesus nailed all of those things that kept me dead, hurting, destroyed. He nailed them to the cross. He stayed up on that cross so that I can live. So when I created this cross out of all the little broken pieces, you can see it very closely. There's all kinds of little tiny pieces. Even the little tiny pieces are in the little crevices. And we glued them on here. This is probably about 5 or 6 years old. But we glued them on there. Everybody made one. This is mine. And I hang it on my wall in my office as a reminder that I live now because he died for me so I can live. But he delivered me so that I could tell others, right? So as the Angie Fox show, it's not about glamour, the beauty. Oh, I think I'm all that. Yes, I do think I'm beautiful, honey. Boom. I sure do. But it's not about that. It is about the beauty that's on the inside, the joy of the Lord that is on the inside, the peace of God that is on the inside, the desire to live and please him that's on the inside. That's what exudes outwardly, what's already on the inside. So the Angie Fox show will be coming forth weekly to talk to you about living life after suicide, because you too can live. And we're going to tell you just how to do that. Now, it's some work involved. You're going to have to do some work. If you're not willing to do the work, then you're not willing to have the life. You got to enjoy this life that you have because you only get one. But in order to enjoy it to the fullest, you've got to be willing to put in the work. Put in the work. Make the transformations. And I'm here to tell you, if nobody else ever told you, God is not going to do it all. There are some things that you, my sister and my brother, are required to do in order to have the life that God desires for you to have. I'm living mine. I want you to come along with me on this journey called life and live it to the fullest. But you're going to have to work to do it. So I want you to know that we're going to do a big introduction, a big celebration. I love celebrating victories. Y'all, if y'all don't know, y'all will know. I celebrate every victory. We're going to do a huge celebration as when we launch the Angie Fox Show. You're going to find guests on this show that will be talking about the very same thing, overcoming. Because we have the power to do it. Sometimes you just need someone else to tell you you can do it. Sometimes you need a push. Sometimes you need a pull. Sometimes you need somebody to just drag you, kicking and screaming, all the way to your deliverance. Because victory belongs to you. I know this for a fact because I'm walking in mine. And I was dead physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. I was dead. But I live now. And I live life to the fullest every day. And you can do the same. So the Angie Fox Show will be coming to talk to you more and more and more and more and more and more about overcoming. Just overcoming depression, suicidal ideas, suicidal thoughts, suicidal actions, all that. Because even death has to behave when Jesus says so. So we're going to learn the tools to having a successful, productive, effective, and fulfilled life so that we can go out, that's you and me, and help somebody else. Come on and let's live because it takes all of us to change the world, and we're changing this world one person at a time. So I say to you, every beautiful sister, and even the brothers that might tune in, it's time now to put in the work. We got stuff to do, and it's time to live. So I want you all to get ready, get ready, get ready to holler at your girl.